Hello and welcome to In the Diaspora on WAD FM 99.9 FM with me, David Chisanga. In the Diaspora is a weekly radio program that focuses on Irish migrants. The program follows the lives of people living in Ireland who left their home country either for work, study, business or asylum. Today, we focus on Pov Pheung, an educator studying at Mary I. He's been in Ireland for the past three months. I believe I got your name correct, Pov?
Yeah, that is really correct.
Yes, it's
Pov
Pheung. So what does it mean, first of all? I like starting from there.
So Pov has been lovely. Yeah. So
No
yeah, I'm
way!
lovely.
And trust me, you are lovely. So Pov Pheung, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So Pov means lovely.
It can be, yeah.
Wow.
Mm.
Such a beautiful name. Welcome to In the Diaspora.
Thank you.
Yes, we understand you are an educator. So just tell us more about yourself, your work, and what you do, and when you started being an educator, and then we'll later on talk about the fact that you're a student here at Mary I as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So thank you for the opportunity. I'm so delighted to be here. And as you know, my name is Pov Pheung, but you can call me Pov. I'm from Cambodia. It's in a country in Southeast Asia. And I live in Siem Reap, which is just about 16 kilometers from the pub street of the Siem Reap Center, and just about 10 kilometers from the Angkor Wat Temple. So the world's biggest religious construction ever in history. Yeah, and I'm married, and my wife is a teacher, and have two kids, a boy and a girl. Both of them are going to public school in Cambodia.
So you're both educators. Interesting.
Yeah, and my wife just like teaches in secondary schools, and I used to teach in secondary school and primary school as well, but at the moment I'm a student in Ireland, but back home I was a country manager for an organization called See Beyond Borders, the organization that support teachers, well, primary school teachers in to improve just like their capacity and practice in teaching. So that's why I just call myself an educator, because I work together with teachers and peer mentoring programs just in the country.
So you don't want to call yourself a teacher, no?
Yeah.
But isn't it that once a teacher, always a teacher?
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, you can call me a teacher. Actually, I taught for 14 years, before I joined the See Beyond Borders, an organization really just operate a program for teachers. So you can say I'm a teacher and working with teachers for Cambodia. Yeah,
and you were teaching mathematics, yeah.
I taught mathematics for some years, and for the program that we work with teachers, it's also about teaching mathematics and the literacy program, which is Khmer. So our language is Khmer. In Cambodia, we speak Khmer. So it's a program just to supporting the quality of teaching in Khmer. Yeah.
You're now here at Mary I, at Mary Immaculate College, tell us what you are studying and primarily when you started,
I just started the education program. Well, the degree is called precisely the Master of Education, and in Mary I. So it just started 2 months ago, and now it's my third month. So I've been enjoying it very much. So the program is really interesting. It's a lot about the education philosophy, but also research and practices. So Uh, yeah, and the mode of the study is blended. I mean,
Hmm.
sometimes we have just like classes in face-to-face
Hmm.
classes in the workshop style usually. But it's also we have just like online classes and sometimes just like pre-recorded sessions and lots of reading. You can imagine,
I mean,
as you,
you can mention that again.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of reading. Mhm.
Yeah, but in overall, it's really great. I'm really proud just to be here with Mari Eyes actually.
Do you have a favorite module already?
Yeah,
Like, do you have one? Yeah, yeah.
now I have five in the first semester, and now I nearly completed four. So it's really just started the fifth one last week.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Do you have the one that you like the most?
I like all of them, but in
No, that's
particular,
okay. That's okay.
yeah,
That can work. Yeah.
just like the research one, is a good skill. I hope I will bring back home and for the rest of my life just to study and to do research, which is a type of long like learning tool just for me. And in some other major, just like the climate change,
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
really love the module on climate change
Hmm.
because the lecturers and Andulant actually her name is, she's very passionate just
Hmm.
about the action
Climate
for
change.
climate
Yeah, yeah.
change, and
Hmm.
her books is about teaching climate change for primary school is really really useful and practical
Hmm.
tool just for us. Just I know we need some work just like to adapt with our cultures, but it's really a good tool just for us to consult. Yeah.
This is In the Diaspora on Wired FM 99.9 FM with me, David Chisanga, and I'm speaking to Pov Pheung. He's from Cambodia, and quite frankly, you haven't missed much. We are just, trying to get started here. Now, Pov, you already spoke about your country and the language that you actually speak. Would you tell us more about Cambodia? Part of the history, and do you have as many languages as some other Asian countries or some other African countries or other countries across the world? Some have so many languages actually. So, how's the situation there? First of all, your history as Cambodia. Just give us brief background of the country and where it is again. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So Cambodia is again in Southeast Asia. So
Hmm.
is we have neighboring countries like Thailand and Vietnam. So and about history, Cambodia is proud of the Angkor Wat and just many other big constructions
Hmm.
that still just stand today. But they were built like 1,000 years ago.
Mm.
And yeah, so when civilization was quite well known there then, but unfortunately, Cambodia suffered a lot about from troubles,
Hmm.
for centuries. So we have lots of wars, lots of conflicts in that internationally, but also
Hmm.
internally. So we had France that colonized us for a century, and
Hmm.
then followed by the American wars, where lots of bombs,
Hmm.
on the countries, and then the worst of all is the Khmer Rouge regimes, in
Hmm.
the 1970s. So, which within just 3 years, and the regime just like killed nearly 2 million people,
Hmm.
our own people, within just 3 years, and that's really the darkest moment just
Hmm.
of the Cambodian history, when 90% of teachers were reported that were killed during the
Mm.
regimes, and
Hmm.
96% of the university graduates also were killed. So
Hmm.
it's really the tragedies,
That was very, yeah, that was
yeah,
very tragic. Yeah, it was
yeah.
very sad. Yeah.
hmm And so, but today we just like Cambodian population is very young.
Hmm.
So with So we now just like quite hopeful, yeah. But saying that we also just like have lots of challenges. For example, just like only less than 3% of the 15-year-olds Cambodian children can reach the minimum standards in literacy and science and numeracy. Compared to Ireland, you may talk about 90
It's more,
or,
yeah.
or over 90%, but there we just only 3%. So you see, and the economically, Cambodian is one of the, what you can say, poorest economic in the world.
Yeah.
You may call it third world, but personally I don't like that word because it sounds like too passive. It's for a nation. I would rather call it developing country.
Okay.
Because give a little bit of hope.
No, that's okay. That's okay. That can work. Yeah.
Yeah. So yes. So all we need in Cambodia actually, we want to change, and the change is and to do the change is we need education. So education really is the only key to transforming our life and our care for climate, and of course like bringing about the global justice. Yeah. So
you need more, like the country needs more education, and owing to the fact that it's a very young population, so education really does make sense. Already having more people education really does make a sense. You are here as well in Ireland to get an education. Now walk us through your journey from Cambodia to Ireland. How was it? What happened?
Yeah, so it's good really to remind about my history around, when I was young. So I was born in the early 1980s. It's quite old now. And but back then, we didn't really have many people to complete education. And then, I was the first person ever that completed high school. Well, in Irish context, you may say secondary school in 2001, and that was just like I was the first person in my district. So district in Cambodia,
Wow.
you might say county in
Wow.
Ireland, but the chance is really I could not have that without my mother. My mother would just say, she sacrifices like everything for me to go to be able to go to school. Her friends and community say, "Oh yeah, Paul is big enough to do the work and put food on the table. And why you want you let him to go to school? It's ridiculous." But my mom said,
Yeah.
"Well, I wanted to go to school, but I didn't have the chance. But I believe that education will be the key to make a real difference for my children. So I can do anything for him to go to school." So that's really my journey started. And thanks to my father, also he just gave up smoking, and just to save about 20 cents per week, just to put into the my pocket just for school expenses. And then I when I became teachers, and until 2013 that I joined a organization called See Beyond Borders. So and then just I built some connection just with the Cambodian ministry people, and also just like with the Irish organizations that include the Irish Aids as well. So then I got, I visited Ireland twice, before I had the scholarship. But during those visits, I learned firsthand about how incredible just like the education system in Ireland is. And so I just said, "Oh yeah, one day I want just like to come and study in Ireland myself." So here we are. Yeah.
And here you are studying in Ireland. I understand you're one of the Irish fellows.
Yeah, I am the only one for now. But before that, 5 years ago, we had come through also studied in Ireland. So
Hmm.
I'm the second actually, but I'm the first man, but the
Oh,
second fellow,
congrats.
yes, from Cambodia.
Congrats, yeah.
Yeah.
So Irish Fellows primarily are sponsored by the Irish Aid to come to Ireland to study for their masters. There's also, I believe, a PhD, part of it, especially from Asia. Now, coming to Ireland, Pov, since you were here some time before, but coming to Highland now for a longer period of time, so to say, how did it feel, living behind your family? So how did it feel when you arrived?
It's a mixed of feeling
Hmm.
actually. It's sad to just want me to leave my family at home. It's just I miss them actually. But on the other hand, I'm feeling just very excited, really, just to learn the new skill in the new context in Ireland. Because here I looked, education here really looked to education in the global context. So
Hmm.
I learned so much just so far. So I really hope that I will can bring just all these skill and knowledge back home, and then just like to work together with my team at Sea Beyond Borders,
Hmm.
back home, just to contribute in a small, well, in some ways, just like to improve the quality of education through improving teaching practices, among primary school there.
This is In the Diaspora on Wired FM with me, David Chisanga, and I'm speaking to Pov Pheung. He's from Cambodia, an educator, and primarily sharing with us his story from Cambodia up until here in Ireland, where he's studying his master's in education at Mary Immaculate. Now, moving on, to when you came here in Ireland and you saw how beautiful the country is, you should just we just want you to share three things. This is one of my favorite questions in this program. You share three things that you like about Ireland. Since you said, well, on the other hand, you like the fact that you're here. So, what are those three things, that you like about Ireland?
I love this question very much. Thank you, David. Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah. So the three things I love about Ireland: one, the first is people. The second is people, and the third is still people. Yeah. I just like
What? No, no, no. Paul, wait. What do you mean? People, 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 people. The three P's. They make Ireland great.
I think, yeah, the people here
All
is
right.
really gave me a very warm welcome,
Mhm.
and from friends, and also like from the college staffs, and they are super helpful, and
Mhm.
to support me through, they understand my cultural background, and then they just support me through any circumstances, mostly when
Mhm.
I reach out, or sometimes we just like it's not a surprise when people say hi in the street, or
Mhm.
people will just say, will ask you, okay, let me know, anything that I can do or we can do just to support
Mhm.
you,
Mhm.
to learn here and to live here. So this is incredible. I appreciate that very much.
Paul, we've just said people, people, people. Three peoples, so to say. Nothing else. Nothing else. Just people. The incredible weather, for instance. See the weather.
No, don't get me wrong. I like many things about Ireland, but I just like want to throw the my top favorite is really about people. Yeah,
That's quite interesting, actually. And we've had this program running so far so good, and we've had different favorites, and yours is just three: people, 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 people. And definitely, as an Irish person, you should be proud, that Pov loves just the Irish people. Now, coming to culture, Ireland, Cambodia. both countries have different cultures, I believe. Some things are similar, other things are different. Would you just share with us some of the similarities between the Cambodian culture and the Irish culture?
Yeah, we'll start with the similarity. So Cambodians people and Irish people are equally friendly, welcoming. So we very very similar to that, and we have fun usually.
I didn't get that one. I didn't get that one. I didn't get that one.
It's just like we are voted as one of the most friendly countries
Wow.
of the
Yeah.
world. Is quite often.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
if you look at the top 10, it's just around Cambodia and Ireland. It's like in the same pool, just of
Wow.
the most friendly nation just out of the world. So that's really similarity. But there's also some other differences. For example, just like the pace of life. Here you move very quickly. Your thinking is very quickly. You make quick decisions. But that's because you have really a strong sense of autonomy in your thinking. But whereas there we in Cambodia, think move quite slower. I don't know if that's because of too hot or it just like about a lack of confidence or the feeling, the lack of the autonomy in our decision, because it's quite often that a person will talk to you and then she or he will check up. Oh, did I say the right thing?
Yeah.
Oh, is it right or is it wrong? Oh, I'm sorry. That must be wrong. But actually, it's not really a right or wrong conversation. It's just about what you think. But people just like still reluctant just about to express about, okay, what I think, what my view is, really go straight to right or wrong. There's something like that. So that's really thing that will make our thinking quite slow in the process. So if you go to Cambodia, just bear that in mind that things might be slower there, but except with traffic, be careful about traffic.
Traffic could be. It's heavy.
It's quite heavy actually, yeah. But I'm not scaring you. Cambodia is a very beautiful place to go and visit or even live. I have some friends, Irish friends that living in Cambodia, very proud to call Cambodia their home. So yeah, having a good friend together.
I know we have so much to talk about, but not much time though. So let me just get quickly to what you miss the most about Cambodia. What do you miss the most about your home country?
I think the most is my families. Yeah, I miss them, and I'm delighted to really just to visit them, in Christmas time this year. And the other thing, the moment that I have beer with my friends, we just like
The socializing, yeah,
socializing with a few friends there. We normally just like have. For example, a Friday evening like that, just like under 3, outdoors. So we spend lots of time outdoors. So I miss that. Well, it's hard just to spend outdoors, to do an outdoors activity here in Ireland when it's so cold and wet.
And wet at the same time, yeah. But you've made some friends. You've really made some people here, like good friends.
Oh yeah, many. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
in Ireland,
many. Yeah, many good friends in Ireland. Yeah,
okay,
including yourself.
You put me on the spot, Pov. You put me on the spot. That's okay. That's fine. That's fine. Anything else you'd like to share about Cambodia or leaving Cambodia and coming to Ireland? Anything you'd like to share in those lines?
Yes. I think like for Cambodians people as well as the Southeast Asians people, I really encourage you to come and study in Ireland. It's lots to learn from here. And I believe that once you come and you study here, you will bring back home just lots of global perspective and skill and knowledge, and then to develop just our own countries just back home. We need skill, and like I said, I'm very proud to be here in Mari Eyes, what we call Mari Eyes here, but on the website you can go to Mari Immaculate, College. So and it's the website is called, is it
MIC, yeah.
.ul, yeah,
.ie.
yeah, okay. And also you like to people in islands and everywhere, if I can ask you one thing, please just visit our websites on www.cbeyondborders.ie. So the C is SEE and then beyondborders.ie. Yeah, we have some events just like coming up soon just to raise funds to support what we do for education in Cambodia. So we have the charity walks on the 10th of December in Dublin, that you can check out the details through the website seebeyondborders.ie. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Pov, for coming to spend time with us on In the Diaspora. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thank you for listening to In the Diaspora. I was speaking to Pov Pheung, an educator with See Beyond Borders from Cambodia, and he's actually a student here pursuing his master's in education at Mary Immaculate College. Thank you for listening. Until next time, bye for now.